I'm so tired. I don't know if I can form any straight thoughts. I went to see my doctor today. I actually had an appointment with his nurse. Like today was one of the first times I could actually concentrate when I went there and communicate with her well what was going on, and I also took notes like she told me I should. I can also remember a lot of things we talked about. I'm trying to think. I'm so tired. Um, Something important happened, or not important, but something like cool. I learned something cool. Um, Having so many problems thinking right now. She asked me a question. I remember I wanted to go there and ask her a question, but I couldn't remember the question. And then she ended up asking me the question. She asked, I told her, on my week off of antibiotics, I feel really, really good, like a lot better. And she asked me how long it lasted for. Like, okay, if I take, the antibiotics on Thursday and Friday, the ones that make me really sick, and I herx on them, obviously I do. She asked me, like, I told her that I usually sleep over the weekend to recover, and then and then the next week I told her I feel good. And she said, well, how long do you feel good the next week? And I said, I feel good for about, 4 or 5 days, and then all of a sudden, for some reason, like, the last 2 days, I usually feel bad again. I answered it without saying that, and I always wondered why, because I thought, okay, well, I'm not on antibiotics, and antibiotics increase my symptoms, and I go off and I feel better. Like, a herx is an increase in your symptoms because it's the bacteria dying off in your body. But getting off track. She said that what was happening was good, I guess, in a way. She said that when I come off of the antibiotics and I feel good for 5 days, that tells her that my immune system is keeping up on those days that I feel good. So, like, to me, it was like, I'm off of antibiotics. Why am I all of a sudden feeling like crap this weekend after I felt good all week? Like, I always noticed weekends got bad, and I never wanted to go out on the weekend. But now it makes sense that my immune system is keeping up with the disease, fighting the disease, and then, it crashes again. So, she told me that's obviously a good thing. She told me that's a good thing. And one day, hopefully, my immune system will be good to fight it off for good, as long as I keep healthy and eat healthy and do things the right way that you have to do. I mean, my lifestyle will change forever. I cheated on the holidays, and all I've had for 9 months, I've been very, very strict, was raw vegetables, meat, and a little bit of dairy, and I cheated over the holidays. And I didn't have a fun time after I cheated. I felt like crap and digestive problems, and I kind of knew that it was from the gluten. I don't even know why. But it's very common for people with Lyme disease to be gluten intolerant, and that's one thing that led me to that I had Lyme disease, was because before I got really sick, I thought my problem was celiac disease, which is a gluten intolerance. I'm not sure why it happens with Lyme patients. I haven't got that far in my research. But yeah, eating gluten was bad, and not only gluten is, well, is gluten sugar? I don't know, but I had a lot of sugar. I had nothing good to eat. I know gluten's wheat, but yeah. I think that's about it that I can think of. I think there's something else, but I don't remember. I'm so tired. I woke up at 4:30 a.m. This trip was actually really good. because I had a plan. Oh my gosh, these trips are usually so hard on me, even though I feel like crap now. It was a lot easier than usual. My plan was to not take my antibiotics today because it's an antibiotic week, and also to knock myself out in the car. So I took extra medicine so I wouldn't freak the hell out on the ride and get all sick. Um, that would always happen. I walked around DC for a while. It was pretty exhausting, but also, like, at first I said I took Flagyl on Thursdays and Fridays every other week, and then all of a sudden I was like, oh, I take it on Fridays. And the thing was, like, I thought I took it on Thursdays and Fridays, and my mom's like, no, you take it on Fridays. And I didn't know if it was a misunderstanding or if she messed up. But then today, she's talking to my nurse, and she's like, oh yeah, she takes it on Thursdays and Fridays. I'm like, Mom, what the hell is up? You've told me, like, this, you've changed it, like, a few times. When do I take the Flagyl? Because that is the medication that makes me really sick. I love my mom more than anything in the world, but she pisses me off more than anyone in the world can. And, she told me that she lied to me about the days I take it. And it's actually Thursday and Friday, not just Friday. And I have no clue why she did that, because I always claimed from the very beginning that Thursday and Friday I felt the crappiest, and then all of a sudden she changed it up, and she was like, oh, Thursday you don't take the medicine, and then I still continued to feel crappy on Thursday. And I was like, are you sure I don't take it? She's like, no, you just take it on Friday. She basically said she lied to me. And I'm like, why the hell would you lie to me about that? Like, number one, this is like, I'm an adult and this is my disease and stuff like that. And she does my medication because I don't have like a very good memory or concentration, and there's like, over 40 pills to put in a pill box a day. I would mess it up. But I don't know what her reasoning was. She pisses me off more than anything in the world that she did that. She said something like, she thought it'd make me feel better or something. How would that make me feel better? Number one, I thought, oh, like, it's just my disease, not a herx. And I would really like to know when I'm herxing and it's actually my disease. Because a lot of people have a hard time telling the difference, because sometimes your disease just flares up. And then, and it's actually your disease. And then sometimes, like, that's, like, when you're really sick, it's really hard to tell. And then sometimes, like, you are herxing, and herxing is a good thing, but your disease, like, getting worse is not a good thing. And also, she made me feel like I was crazy. I mean, like, I don't even know what her point was. It really had no point, except she's retarded. That's what I think. I'm joking, but, it's like, well, that placebo effect did not work whatsoever, because I knew I felt like shit every Thursday. So it's not a placebo effect, I think that's about it. I think there was something else. Like, seriously, my memory's so bad right now. Okay. I'm being treated. I'm still being treated for the Bartonella and the Lyme disease, but I'm also being treated for the Babesia. They added 3 more antibiotics and took me off of vitamin B, because or 2 of the vitamin Bs, like vitamin B1 and I forget the other one, because they don't interact, but they lessen the effect of the Babesia antibiotics. So there's 3, but the only one I can remember at the moment is Doxy, because I've heard that one a million times. It's one of the more really common ones. And I guess I don't even know when I start those, but it's really good. The next time I get to see her is in April, when I used to go every month. So, I mean, like I knew I'm making progress, but like I knew I'm not healthy. I'm so far from healthy. All my blood work that I've had done, like my safety labs, they were normal, except for she said, like, for the first time there was like a thyroid imbalance. And I've never, like, I've had thyroid tests in my life. I've never had any type of problem with my thyroid come back from a test, and they've tested it before, and there's never an issue in the blood work. But she said there's an imbalance, and they're gonna test it again. And if, like, I said, well, does this mean I have thyroid disease? And she said no. I forget what else, So They're just gonna wait to the next test to see. And, you know, I guess she said I may have to take medication for my thyroid. I'm like, alright, fun. Another pill, but anyways, that's it.